Well, where are we, you may ask? Well, we're going to find out here in a couple minutes. Yeah, beautiful little spot. I'm going to be going and doing one of my passions that I haven't really done a lot of lately, but we're going to do it now, and I'll be back in a second. Well, this is where I am. Absolutely beautiful location. In an undisclosed location on an undisclosed river. And I'm going to be two-handed fly rod fishing for steelhead. The water's coming down. It's coming down. It's not as low as it can get really low. It's not too bad. Visibility is incredible. I'm going to be starting out there and swing because there's a deep trough that runs through there and tails out at the end. And anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll be back. I got to get myself set up and everything, so back in a sec. Okay, so this is the setup. It's a 7-weight Berkheimer rod with a Hardy Bouglé reel, 7-weight, and the rod is 14 feet 1 inch. What does it say on here? It's been so long. 6, 7, 8. It's a 14 foot 1 inch. Spay, and I've got a 7-weight mid spay, I think a Delta spay line on here. I'm just about to walk out and start swinging this. Oh, and this is what I'm using. I'm going to be swinging this. See if I can get that. This fly, it's an olive colored fly. It looks really good in the water, and the swing is going to resemble something alive in the water, a minnow pattern or something. But anyway, yeah, I'll be back in a second. I gotta wait out there, so back in a sec. Yeah, so I don't know where this is pointing, but if you can see out there, that dark patch that's out there, that's what I want to hit. I got to get this line all unraveled here. Got to get some line out to hit this spot. Bit of a wind today. There we go, starting to get a little bit of line out there. There, see if we can do a nice little swing, man the line, get some, only got an intermediate tip on. We'll see if there's anything out there. It's a beautiful spot. This used to just be crazy full of steelhead out here. Let it swing through there. Just let it hang down in there. See what happens. This spot has been, I've literally spent hours down here fishing this spot. It's such a nice spot and very productive for steelhead. There we go. Pitch a bit more line out. See if there's anything out here. Like I said, it's absolutely beautiful spot. I mean, look. she wants more line. That's right, I'll just keep feeding it in and slowly moving down, see if there's anything in here. Not sure how the steelhead runs are anymore. I used to be absolutely crazy. For the years I was coming down here regularly, like this is a passion of mine. I just love two-handed fly rod for steelhead swinging. This is my thing. Like I said, I haven't really been doing it lately. I've gone a couple of times, but nothing. Haven't in the past couple of years. In this spot here, just like it's cool. The water's cool. There should be something in here if the runs, steelhead runs, are anything like they used to be. But you know, it's fishing. Nothing's guaranteed. So I just do a little parry poke here, and then boom, out we go. That's a nice cast right out there. Put a mend in the line to get it dropping. Got an intermediate tip because it's not, sometimes this water's high here, but this is good. I can actually walk, wade. What you do is you cast, step down, but I haven't flipped out all the line that I'm going to be using. So like I said, this spot used to be just the spring run of steelhead. They would just pack up in here. There was a spot up there that's like that too. Any kind of fly fishing is me. You know, a spinning rod, I'll use it, of course. You see me use it up north and for pike, that's fun too, and you know, for pickerel and that. But this is what I love. Like when I was grayling fishing in the Northwest Territories, the Little Nahanni. That's, I mean, I was in seventh heaven doing that. There we go. Nice little tight loop cast there off a parry poke. Just do another mend. Let that sink tip get down there a little deeper, because that dark hole out there is quite deep. I'd probably be up to my neck if I walked out there. But if there's aggressive fish, they'll travel. They see it, they'll come flying up and hit it. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't see much activity on you know, splashing around, but I've seen that before too, where it seems dead, like there's nothing going on. They're not rising or snapping at stuff at the top, and it'd be just absolutely crazy down underneath. And that fly that I'm using, that I'm swinging, that pattern, there's caddis coming off right now. I was thinking I should have brought my single hander and I could come in here and drop some nymphs down, but it's kind of a spur of the moment thing. I woke up and I had breakfast and I thought, well, maybe I'll go fishing today. It's something I haven't done in a while. So I'll do a little parry poke, like a parry poke, and then boom, wind caught it. We'll just drift along, do a few casts, and I'll shut you off, because you don't want to be sitting here all day watching me just cast, even though it's weather's absolutely gorgeous. I've caught some huge steelhead out of here in past years when I was really doing this a lot. I'd come down here in the spring. Oh, like now it's May, I don't know what the date is, May something, getting towards the middle of May. May 8th it is today. This should be fish in here. There are no cars parked, which it's the middle of the week too, right? So middle of the week. Do another little parry poke here. Try and drive this under the wind if I can. There we go. Yeah, give her a little more distance. Let that sink. This is down and across. It's called down and across. See if there's any, knocking on some doors to see if there's anybody home. Give her a little action, just go like that, pump it a couple of times, make it look like it's darting around a bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's a steelhead too. Nice. Yes. We're just gonna come arcing out of the water. There we go. I think it's a steelhead anyway. Feels like it's got some weight to it. I don't think it's a smallmouth. It could be a smallie because it was kind of pumping like a smallie, but I don't know. We'll find out if once it. No, that's steelhead. There we go. Big and long silver. There we go. So that's all right. How many casts was that? Maybe 5. The tug is the drug and the swing is the thing, as they say. Now if this guy realizes at some point, because I think it might be a male, that it's hooked and it decides to take off, you'll hear my reel just screaming, unless he's tired. Some of these are unbelievable. They hit and they just take off like lightning and start jumping and carrying on. So I think this one might be a male. I think I'm going to start moving over towards shore. The mighty steelhead. Steelhead is a strain of, it's a strain of, it's a rainbow trout, but it's it was brought here from a steelhead strains from out west and been put in the Great Lakes, like in the 1800s, I think. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think this is a male. His tail could be female because the tail's battered up from doing the reds, you know, getting the beds ready for laying eggs. Yeah, it's not a bad one. Let me see if I can see the mouth. Yeah, I think that's a male. I think. I want to get it to hand here, and then, yeah, I believe that's a male. Yeah, look at the fly right on the tip of his mouth. It's got scars on it from, yeah, that's a male. Yeah, I may have to let go of the line if he all of a sudden decides he wants to take off. Yeah, it's a big male, good sized male. Just trying to get him in here. Yeah, he's a good sized one too. Look at the red stripe and the pink on his cheeks. Hopefully you can see that. Try and get him over here. Try and get him over to my hand. Come on. Yeah, it's a big, look at the big jaw, big kype in his jaw. It's a big male. Well, that's all right. I wasn't even going to come fishing today. Trying to get him close, but it's hard to get him close with this big 14-foot rod. Come on. Yeah, he's taking off. I used to be pretty good at bringing them in out here without having to take them to shore. Come on. He's doing all right. He's in the water. Oh man. Just about, I want to get the line. Hopefully you can see him. He's awesome looking. Come on. There we go. There we go. See the hook just come out like that? There he is. I don't know, hopefully you can see him. There he is. Look at that. Gonna let him go. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what that fly looks like in the water. Pretty awesome looking. Of course, the flies that I tie for swinging. Pretty cool looking, really. I mean, I'll jump in there and hit it. Anyway, I just brought my line in to make sure everything was going good, and like I said, look at that. Absolutely incredible. It looks crazy in the water when it's, and that's it in hand. Anyway, well, Bill, I'm still working this glut. Once I get down there further, I'll turn you back on. Well, Bill, out. Well, the wind's pretty good here. I don't know if you can hear me, but this used to be a good spot, but it's kind of filled in. It's filled in from years ago. It's even filled in from just a couple of years. Like, it's filled in a lot from a long time ago, like, oh, 20 years ago. But because there used to be a big bank that sat up high, and it all collapsed in, and this all filled in. It's unbelievable. It was so deep in there. I'm not sure how deep. It was over your head, but now there is deep, but not that deep. Deep enough that I caught rainbow in the summer, because I think there's an underwater spring, cold spring in there, and some of the little rainbow would hang out there all summer because it was cold enough for them. They'd run out into the warm water and hit minnows and crayfish and flies and stuff like that, and then you know, and then go back into the cool of the spring water. It was a really interesting, this is an interesting feature here that unfortunately has completely changed. The right time, there'll be fish hanging in here off to the soft edge, not out in that fast stuff, but out here. But it's not, it used to be deeper. But yeah, I mean, I can't. So anyway, just swinging this spot. I've caught some nice fish out of here, but I ran stuff through here earlier before I turned the camera on, and nothing. So anyway, I'm gonna turn around, head back, and I might fish that deep slug again. I might put a heavier tip on and go through there again. But anyway, till then, out. Well, as you can see, the wind is absolutely atrocious. Very difficult to cast. Still getting them out there, but anyway, I'm just going to make a couple more casts and I think I'm calling it a day. I'm glad I got that one. I got one, nice one too. Nice big male. Pretty decent since I wasn't even, I didn't think I was going to go fishing today. It just hit me. Hey, let's go fishing. I don't know if you can hear me with that wind, but anyway. Put a heavier tip on. I'm getting down deeper, but this wind is just really bad. I'll fire one more out there and we'll call her a day, I think. That one, the wind affected that one for sure. But anyway, we'll just let that drift through. And just let this go through. Yeah, anyway. We'll be back once I get on shore because I'm packing her in now. The wind is pretty severe. Out. So anyway, before it goes out again, like, subscribe, and share. It's just me doing stuff before my trip. Big trip in the summer. Anyhow, Wild Bill, out for now. Well, I thought I'd end it down there, but the battery was low. I just put a new battery in. So this is it. They opened all this up. This used to be just this little path right here. They've opened it up here and they opened it up down there, and I don't know how far they go down that way. It never really used to go down that far, but anyhow, look at that Cherokee. What a beauty, eh? Anyway, so yeah, man, I'll end it here. I'm getting myself all my gear off, and yeah, like I said, that woods there, it started right here. This was just here, and I think it ended right there. They've opened all this up. Lots of wood. I don't know what all that wood's all about there, but anyway, Wild Bill from my undisclosed fishing spot. Fantastic, beautiful day. I mean, look at it. Fishing for steelhead. There's all kinds of turkey vultures flying around. I don't know if you can. There, and lots of wildlife here. It's just about an hour away from where I live too. It's not too far, so. But it's changed as everything's changing. But anyway, I digress. Like, subscribe, and share. And Wild Bill, over and out.